Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. Kellner from Droid Life. So today we're going to do a special edition device walkthrough of something you've all been waiting for. This is the Galaxy Nexus, the Samsung Galaxy Nexus, I should say. This is the GSM version. Picked it up from the UK last week and have had 3 or 4 days to play with it, get to know it, love it, caress it, fondle it, everything you probably want me to do and you want to do to one as well. Anyways, this is obviously not the LTE version. Verizon has yet to announce that for whatever reason. So the GSM version is the next best thing. So just a quick walkthrough of it. We'll say you can see it's got the massive 4.65 HD Super AMOLED display. No physical buttons, so you get that sort of extra length. Also, very little edge to the device, so it gives you almost this infinity sort of display. Sort of like an infinity pool almost. Anyway, it's gorgeous. You also have a 1.3 megapixel front camera, 5 megapixel on the back that shoots HD video, lock switch on the right side, along with 3 pins that we're assuming connect into some sort of dock, although we have yet to see that. On the top you have nothing. On the left side you have a volume rocker. And on the bottom you have your micro USB port, which I'm assuming is an MHL port. Haven't confirmed that, but I'm just going to assume that it is. I can't believe that it wouldn't be. You have a microphone and you have a headphone jack, which I'm going to rant about for a second. Every single phone on the planet should have a bottom headphone jack. I'm sorry, it just makes sense, okay? Everyone holds their phone like this, and if your headphone jack's on the bottom, your cord just goes right past down here and up to your ears. If it's up top, it has to either drape over, or to the side, or to the back, and then up to your ears. It makes absolutely no sense. Also, most people hold their phone like this, and when they put it in their pocket, they put it in down. Okay, if you have a headphone jack on the bottom, your earbud cord can just go straight out your pocket. It doesn't have to be your phone put in upside down. Sorry, it just makes absolute sense. The folks at Google get it because the Nexus S is the exact same way. The Razer, Resound, all these other phones are all on top, even the Galaxy S2. So it's clearly a Google move and we praise them for that. Every phone should be like that. Okay, anyways, end of rant. So that's a quick tour of the outside. I just want to show you what it looks like next to the Razer. You can see they're both big phones. The Razer is slightly wider, but the Galaxy Nexus is still a big beast. Also with the Razer, you can see the thick edge around the entire screen. It's just a completely different look within the 4.65 inch on the Samsung. See that? Also, it has a curved display similar to the Nexus S, although the Nexus S seems to be a little bit more curved up at the top. Here is the Resound. You can see it is a tank compared to the Galaxy Nexus, and then the Galaxy S2 just as thin pretty much. So not being the LTE version, obviously it doesn't have an LTE chip in it, so none of those super fast download speeds, although if you get the GSM version you can connect to AT&T or T-Mobile's 3G, which is better than Verizon's 3G, at least speed wise. LTE version is going to be slightly thicker, although you probably won't be able to tell. It's about 0.5 millimeter. Other than that, the battery life is going to be the big difference here. This phone, I'm getting pretty good 12 to 15 hour battery life with pretty heavy use. LTE version might be half of that. We don't know for sure until we actually get it, but early reports suggest that that will be the case. So anyway, that's a quick tour of the outside. Let's go ahead and jump into some software stuff. Alright, so software, the big thing here is obviously going to be Ice Cream Sandwich. We've done some highlight videos of it running it on our Nexus S, but this is the real deal finally here with the Galaxy Nexus. First thing I want to show you though is you'll notice the notification light. It is multicolored. I've got an app set up to show me different colors depending on different things like emails, Google+. It'll be blue, green, orange, whatever. It's a fantastic little notification light down there. I actually love the placement, everything. Very cool. So anyways, let's jump in. Ice Cream Sandwich, obviously you can unlock straight to unlock or to your camera. The facial unlock works brilliant on here as well. It's really quick. Practical use is not so awesome if you use your phone constantly. You constantly have to be looking at your phone to unlock it. So it's sort of a show-off toy. One of the cool things they did from ICS though, as long as you have the slide unlock, is you can get to your notification bar without having to unlock. So you can actually get to that. You can jump right into, you can jump right into, you know, your Gmail or look at other notifications. And if you want to get rid of them, you can just go ahead and swipe those away. Okay, so let's go ahead and unlock, get in here. So first thing you'll notice obviously is the Google search bar, which has been physically attached up top. You can't get rid of it. It's just stuck there. It's not a widget anymore. There's already been some hacks out there that are probably going to get rid of that in case you aren't a fan of that. But if you flip between screens, you can see it just stays right there. The app drawer has been updated in ICS and it's amazing actually. You can see this crazy 3D transition going on if I go really slow through there. Otherwise you can flip through it, it's fast. When you get to the end of columns, it still does this sort of angled, sort of telling you it's the end. That's something brought over, I believe, from the Froyo gallery. If you keep going through this though to the end of your apps, it takes you into your widgets tray or widgets menu. You can flip through and get to a number of widgets in there, or you can just toggle between apps and widgets up top, or you can go straight into your market by hitting that button. So they've done some really nice things there. Obviously though, I forgot to even mention this because I'm so used to it, the non-physical on-screen buttons are going on down here. Okay, so you have your back, home, and your recently used task button. I have one complaint so far. The recently used task button is a little slow. So if I press that, it was fast there, but if you haven't used it in a while, it tends to be just a little slow at times. So other than that, if we press home while we're at home, doesn't get you anywhere. If you're over here and press home, it should take you right back home. The back button, you can see every time you touch something, it sort of highlights with that blue, which is sort of cool. Let's jump into the camera and show you really quickly what the camera is like. So as you all know, this camera is supposed to be crazy fast, right? So let's go ahead and put the Nexus there. If you tap, it's got tap to focus. It's got bad light in here, it's struggling to focus. Actually, I might have a special scene set. Oh no, it's on auto. Anyway, trust me, this is just weird lighting. I'm sitting next to a window. But if you want to take a picture, you really can just snap them this fast. I just snapped 7 pictures in about 2 seconds. So crazy fast. It has video, it has time lapse, it has panoramic features, it has all kinds of stuff. You can also see over here that your on-screen buttons are now hidden, just like in Honeycomb. So we can go ahead and press home since I know where that is and get home. I did want to show you, if you're in an app and you go landscape. Can you go landscape in Google Maps? No, you can. Oh yeah, you can. Alright, so you can see the buttons sort of flip. But if you go flip to this other side, you can watch the buttons just flip over to this side of the screen. I don't think this goes upside down. No, it doesn't. So for whatever reason, they decided to make the device not be able to function upside down. Although you might be able to enable that. I haven't played with that yet. But yeah, the buttons will flip from side to side. Since they're on screen, they will follow you around wherever you may be. Other than that, you know, we've sort of done enough of these ice cream sandwich walkthroughs. You didn't necessarily need to do another full one. I will just say that it's incredibly fast, it's polished, it's an unbelievable OS. It's the best Android OS to date. You do have a shortcut to your settings up here, so I'll just show you again. Oops. An About Phone, Galaxy Nexus Android 4.0.1. So just want to show you some of this stuff really quick, but really it's about the phone itself. It feels amazing in hand. I will say that it is slightly big. It's kind of a big phone. So for those of you that have had iPhones or Nexus S's or smaller OG Droids, all that stuff, this is going to feel massive. I by no means have tiny hands, but this thing, every once in a while I have to adjust to, say, get up to the notification bar. There's some things that it's big, okay. So just keep that in mind. But again, if you're waiting to purchase this, the Resound or the Razer, I would definitely wait and at least give this a shot. For me personally, this will be my go-to device. For those of you on the fence, you have to at least give it a shot before you decide to go with the Razer or the Resound. This is just too tough, too good to pass up on. The last thing I want to show you is the, let me just go ahead and go to, I believe this is one of my videos. So I just want to show you what it looks like with full screen on. So this is my Droid Razer software tour. You can see, so if I tap that, you can see it shrinks down and there's on-screen buttons, but those will go away, and then you get full screen 720p HD picture. Pretty crazy, right? So so if you're holding this in 2 hands, I mean it's a pretty incredible display. So no pixels in there. It's like 315 ppi or something like that. It's crazy. So just tap there, go back home. Anyway, it's just a quick software tour of the Ice Cream Sandwich. There's a ton of stuff we can go through later on, but we want to just make this quick and give you guys an idea of what the phone looks like in hand, how it feels. Again, we're loving it. It's a breath of fresh air to get such a new take on an OS, and the fact that it's stock and looks polished like this is just, it's been incredible. So anyways, if you got questions or comments, leave them at the blog. We're going to have all kinds of Galaxy Nexus coverage, obviously continuing up through the release of the LTE version on Verizon. So anyway, we're Joy Life, and we're out. Peace.